everyone. I'm Peggy Rometo, and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, so big week. This is the time when we have the opportunity to be able to tap into our own ability, to be able to perceive what's going on for the week for us. And we do that by just taking some long breaths. And every time we breathe, we let go. We let go of what we think we know. We let go of what we think we're supposed to know. And we become curious. So let's do that. And then as I tap into the information for the week, we'll be able to feel it and see it for ourselves. And maybe some of you will even be able to expand it and get some more hits for yourself about your week. All right, so let's go ahead and tune in and see what's up for us this week. Okay, so right away, we all know there is a huge eclipse happening, here in the U.S. tomorrow morning, right, or depending on where you live in the United States. And it is going to be, it's the first event in over 100 years that we have this, this new moon total solar eclipse in Leo. So what that means for us is that there can be some things, intense energy like that can create changes, and it can bring up people's stuff, and people can be irritable. And we're already now with Mercury retrograde, there can be challenges in communication, there can be delays, right? There can be challenges with technology, there can be, people can be highly charged. They can be excitable, but they can also be reactive, right? So you can be really excitable, and then all of a sudden you get really upset. It's like a kid on Christmas Day when all of a sudden you have too much of a good thing, and then you end up having a meltdown. So you want to be careful that you don't get burned, by this huge energy that's showing up tomorrow. So it's really about enjoying the high, riding the high, and being able to kind of, temper yourself with this energy and not push yourself too hard, but allow yourself to be carried by it, right? To be carried by the energy and by the flow of the week. And one of the ways that we can do this is also being open to opportunities and to be able to have fun. So there's this big energy of fun and excitement that's available tomorrow. So you want to enjoy that energy. You want to ride the energy of that. You want to have fun with it. And so there's this freedom of being able to have fun. But again, there's this spark that can be lit and it can turn into a forest fire. So you just want to be careful about, the amount of energy that's happening on around you, right? So if somebody starts to get a little too carried away, maybe they're celebrating a little too much, just move away. Just gently move away. Okay, so what else is in store for us for this week? Patience. So we're going to need some patience, and that's just with people, with behaviors, with other people, especially with, I want to say with governments, with military, with people of authority, feeling like they have more authority, wanting more control, right? Which activates some people. They get us a little more upset. So it's about just letting people have, their space, letting people have, their 5 minutes of fame, whatever it is. So it's about not ruffling feathers and just kind of like going with the flow. So you may notice that, people are exerting more power or becoming more aggressive. And what you want to do with that is nothing. Is let them win, right? And when you do that, there's nothing for them to push against. So then there won't be any eruption, right? Because if you try and push against power, what happens? They push back and somebody's going to get crushed. So you just want to avoid any confrontations. You want to avoid that sort of confrontational energy. And you just want to let other people win. Like, who cares? Just walk away, right? And sometimes, if it is something that affects you personally, then you want to approach it differently. Walk away and come back when you're calmer or cooler, right? Or send a letter, right? But do it from a place where you're not reactive. Do it from a place where you're centered and grounded, and you take all the sting out of it. Maybe let even somebody else read it so they go, ooh, this right here is a zinger. I would delete that, right? Let somebody else read it for you if you have to have a rebuttal against something. Okay. This is really a good week for you to be able to be nurtured and for you to take care of yourself and really not, not have to be with the masses, like really like being close with those closest to you, like a real opportunity for you to have fun with in small pods, like with those closest to you. Feels very easy and fun and easy to connect, as opposed to being in large groups. Only because there's more energy there, and that can wear you down. You can just get tired faster, and people can get under your skin faster, and right? So we're all under this influence of Leo, and Leo is a big energy. So even people that normally aren't gregarious or out there may suddenly start to feel their oats and be a little stronger, right? So just be aware that we're all feeling a little bit bigger than our britches this week, and sometimes that can cause problems. So just be aware of that energy. Okay, so what else do we have in store for us this week? You know, we also want to use this energy to, to restore our confidence and to be able to make the pitches that we want to pitch and be bold and asking for support and help, especially in things that we're already working with, people that we're already working with, projects that are already up and running. Don't be afraid to go back and ask for people's support or people that you already know. It's a great time to reach out and reconnect with people. You get a second shot to be able to, ask for help and to be able to get help. So don't be afraid to do that anytime this week after Monday or Monday afternoon even. And the biggest thing is also to take care of you. Now, you may be able to see some things about others or see some things about yourself that you haven't been able to see before. That the light may shine really brightly and somebody may call you out on a behavior or call you out on things that maybe you didn't complete or needed to complete. So there may be some, like I said, there's a feeling of vulnerability or nakedness too, of being able to be seen. And at the same time, there's this real strength of wanting to overpower people. So just know we're dealing with this paradox that's happening, and our job is just to kind of try and fly through it neutral and be able to ride the highs without getting caught up in the lows, okay? All right, so anything unexpected for us this week? Yeah, some of you could be getting a phone call, an unexpected phone call this week that invites you to some place that you hadn't expected, or to go someplace for something special. It could be for business, it could be for help, it could be for a career advancement. You may be called up, right? You may be called upstairs, you may be called overseas, you may be called to go meet someone special that could really help your career. So don't be surprised if you get an important phone call this week that propels your life into a higher place, right? It could even be from a friend who just says, hey, I've got a great idea for us. So it could be a business idea that generates something and it's worth taking a look at, and the money could be there. So deals could come together this week that like are monstrosity, like could be huge for you that you never thought about, but all of the people and the right players come together. So be on alert and pay attention to what's being said to you. And when you get that idea, don't sit on it. Like make the phone calls, make it happen, bring it together, because this is kind of like once in a lifetime opportunity here with everything kind of stirring and mixing together. Huge things can happen, huge opportunities can happen for a lot of people. And miracles too. A lot of miracles can happen this week. If you've got somebody who's really sickly, deathly ill, there could be like a miracle for them. It could even be that you could conceive. Maybe you've never been able to have a baby and all of a sudden never been able to get pregnant. You find out you get pregnant this week. It's like, it's inconceivable things that can happen, right? The things that we can't even imagine can be possible for us this week. So just be open to having like the most abundance and miracles showing up. And at the same time, we want to look within and see, what do I need to change about myself? What adjustments need to be made for me so that I can actually handle this wealth, handle the amount of friendships, and handle the relationship, handle the career, right? What do I have to adjust about myself? And you'll get it like right in your eyes. You'll be able to see what you need to make adjustments about yourself. But the good news is you'll have the support to be able to do that, right? And you'll have that great gregarious Leo energy that everybody loves working on your own behalf for you to get things done. So it's a really big, 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 exciting, beautiful, happy time, unless you get to go too far and then it can all crash and burn, right? So you want to navigate this week, feel the energies, know when enough is enough, know when to, push and know when to fall back. And that's just listening. That's paying attention and observing. It's not rocket science. You all do it anyway, right? We're all intuitive. We all have this ability. So just listen to the rhythm that's being presented, right? And don't oversell yourself to anybody. Don't overtalk or talk over anybody, right? But make sure you speak up so you can be heard. So it's that give and that take, that ebb and that flow, being that Leo, and shine brightly. All right, you guys, it's an amazing week. It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited for this week. It just feels really big and beautiful, and lots of opportunities for us to be able to take care of ourselves too. So have a terrific week, everyone. Happy, happy, happy eclipse to all of you who have positioned yourself to watch it. I'm actually going to be in a plane. I don't know how that's going to work. So this will be interesting. So have a great week, everyone. Lots of love to you, and look forward to connecting with you next week.